What's up, everybody? Gonna be streaming some battle spot today using Talonflame, Kangaskhan, Gastrodon, Gardevoir, Sableye, and Landorus. Sets up for a really cool turn 2 and turn 3 with this team. Note that I am using Talonflame over Arcanine, something I talked about in previous videos, so pretty good stuff so far. I've actually played a couple games today, and I feel really confident with this team. Has some really awkward matchups sometimes, but I should be fine with whatever I want to go with. And we're just looking for an opponent right now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. I will do my best to answer. And yeah, I know we should have a lot of fun. We're fighting against 1800 guy from Spain. This guy is probably pretty good. He has Landorus, Milotic, Kang, Blaziken, Thundurus, Bisharp. Standard team, really good stuff. I can probably get away with what I want to do here. I can probably really get away with it. So yeah, I'm going to go with Landorus in lead. And probably, should I go Sableye? I think that's actually really good. I think it's like really good here. Sableye is great against Blaziken. It's like, oh, you have speed boost. That's cool. Like, how about you don't have speed boost? That'd be like even awesome. Yeah, we'll go Sableye here. And then we're going to go Talonflame. And I want to go Kang and Gastrodon, but I cannot go both of them. So actually, I should probably just not bring... I need to bring Talonflame here. I feel I need it. To set up my combo that I'm trying to do, I need Talonflame. Alright, that's fine. Whatever, we'll just let Blaziken run rampant. That's the plan. That's the plan, we're sticking to it. Alright, so this guy has like over 1,800 points, so he is pretty good. So let's see if we can take some of them. I probably shouldn't have led with Gastrodon, but I mean, it should be fine. If I had like a Suicune, I'd be in such a good spot. So we see Kangaskhan Thundurus here. Potential Fake Out, potential Taunt, Swaggers, and Thunder Waves. I actually managed to get my Intimidate off without proccing a competitive boost, so that is pretty good for me. And potential HP Ice on Thundurus, so just want to note that. We're going to try and pick up the KO on this Kangaskhan right here. And we're going to force either switches or... like, that Thundurus could be Life Orb and have HP Ice, but it looks like there was a Bisharp in there, so the Bisharp probably has a Stash or a Life Orb. We'll tell after the first turn a lot more about the rest of his team. Kangaskhan's going Mega, that's standard. And let's see what you're going to do. I mean, he has the potential for Fake Outs. You could actually Protect, too. That would be quite bad for me. So you go for the Fake Out, but who are you targeting? You target my Landorus, you're opening yourself up to getting Scalded. And it's not like you're going to put my Landorus in KO range, even if you have HP Ice. Ooh, Grass Knot. If that's Orbed, I might take a lot of damage. Let's see if you're Orbed. It's going to proc my Citrus. Looks like we don't see Orb, which means he's probably Citrus as well. Grass Knot isn't always the best move, so I get a Scald off. I did take a ton of useless damage this turn, but I pick up the burn, which means everything was worth it, and the world is beautiful. So, pretty good stuff. I think this is a great turn in my book. I don't remember what in order Landorus flinched. That really sucks. I don't remember if Landorus flinched after the Grass Knot. I would like to think that it did because I'm running 0 speed investment. But that actually matters, and that's something I need to go back and check in the replay. So that's why we're doing this. So let's see. I'm protecting with Gastrodon here. Yeah, just protect. I don't want his Kangaskhan going crazy on my Gastrodon here. So I'm gonna go for the protect. I mean, he could go... yeah, I mean, there's no Thunder Wave targets, so he'd have to go for something else. Yeah, that's not doing anything. He's not using Double Edge, so he's not going to be doing that much. And he goes for the Grass Knot again, so I'm probably going to switch into Talonflame. I'm going to go for a Rock Slide here. Let's see if that Thundurus is packing a Citrus Berry. We see the Citrus Berry, so we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Everything is going according to plan. I have my own Kangaskhan and Talonflame in the back, so yeah, I will switch Gastrodon out. I mean, I'm probably playing super predictably, but getting the burn on that Kangaskhan really gave me a lot of freedom to do whatever I want, and that's exactly the turn that I set up. I think worst case scenario on that turn 1, he would have protected, and that didn't happen, so I feel pretty good. So Gastrodon switching out. Going to Talonflame here. Let's see if he reads this. That'd be a pretty crazy read. So he goes for the return on that Landorus slot. Let's see if he goes for a Grass Knot on that slot. I don't think it would pick up the KO. I don't see who he targets with it. I'm actually so ahead right now. It's crazy. And I haven't even missed a Rock Slide. Wow, this is a pretty good game. I'm doing pretty good. And the Thundurus is faster than my Landorus, so that is something to note. Kangaskhan's going to pick down from Burn. I have Talonflame ready to go. There's no KO potential on my Landorus from that Thundurus, I would assume, because of my Assault Vest, which he doesn't know that I have yet. All he actually would know is that I've used Rock Slide. So his Landorus is going to come in. That is actually really not good at all. Let's see what I can do here. He's going to go for the Rock Slide. I know he's going to go for the Rock Slide. Can you go for the Rock Slide? Grass Knot. I know it. I would like to save my Landorus and my Talonflame. But I don't want to switch into Gastrodon, because Gastrodon can actually chunk that Landorus. He's going to go Rock Slide, Grass Knot, or Rock Slide, Thunderbolt. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to switch into Gastrodon. And then I'm just going to fodder my Talonflame into that Thundurus. I should be able to pick up the KO. Because once the Thundurus is off the table, there shouldn't be a Pokemon that he has that can check my Gastrodon. That's what I'm assuming. And I still have my Intimidate for later, if it's going to come down to that. Because if I send my Landorus out back later, if I get the Intimidate off on his Landorus, he shouldn't be able to KO me with a Rock Slide. So we KO the Thundurus here, and he could actually miss with this Rock Slide, which is pretty huge. So let's just see how it goes. Rock Slide's going to come on. It's going to hit both, so I'm probably going to lose Talonflame this turn. Gastrodon's going to take chip damage. And it sucks that I fought a Talonflame there, but I took out the Pokemon that was definitely in my way. I'm trading cost ineffectively at the moment, but I am ahead, so I should be fine. I think Kangaskhan is the right option here. I can go for like a Fake Out Recover, and then I can use my Landorus later in the game, but he has a Milotic. Yeah, I'll send Kangaskhan out. I'd like to see Milotic here, just to know. Alright, so it's going to be Blaziken. Ooh, no. No, thank you. That's dangerous. Alright, what do I would have loved to save Talonflame for that. I do have my Landorus. It's quite weak. What really sucks is I have to go for the Mega Evo and Fake Out on the Blaziken slot. That's what really sucks about this. Because I cannot let him KO my Gastrodon. It would be auto game loss. And he's going to be going for Rock Slide, most likely with Landorus. I assume that is a Choice Scarf set. He could go Protect Earthquake. That would be quite not good. If I can KO this Landorus, I should have just enough Pokemon. Oh, he just stayed in and ate it. So I made the correct play. Rock Slide's going to come in. If it flinches my Gastrodon, I'm probably going to lose. Not lose. Blaziken flinches, Gastrodon Ice Beams. Alright, we're looking good. That puts him, if I don't pick up the KO, that puts him in Sucker Punch range. If you do pick up the KO, pretty good stuff. I should just be able to win from here. Blaziken, I don't think he's packing that Earthquake. He'd have to get a double crit. I'm going for Sucker Punch Scald, and I should be fine. Good stuff. Good stuff against a high-ranked opponent is always fun. Scald and Sucker Punch. My last Pokemon is Landorus. Yeah, this is the right way. You can only KO one. And, yeah, the forfeit. Because, either he KOs Gastrodon and I get a Sucker Punch off, or he KOs Kang, I get a Scald off. And if he KOs, he'll live through one Sucker Punch, but he won't live through two. And that's the reason why I win. Yeah. Alright, count that. Did I get enough points for Worlds Invite? I didn't. I didn't go to Nats. I had the flu, and I was right on the cusp of going into Worlds. Or sorry, I was right on the cusp. If I would have went to Nats and placed I think if I would have went to day 2, I would have had enough points for Worlds, but I didn't. I had the flu that week. I had the whole week off already from work, so it was pretty cool that I had a week off just to recover from the flu. So pretty bad stuff, but I am looking forward to Worlds. I'm looking forward to you casting Worlds. That's going to be a ton of fun. I really enjoy your casting, man. If this is the same guy, I would think that it is. Yep. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we are going to go back and we're going to go over the replay. We're going to see if we could have taken anything from the replay that we could have noticed earlier. It's usually how I like to run this thing out. One thing that I know that I could have noticed was the order in which the flinching happened on the very first turn of the game. That wasn't really something I picked up on. Alright, so I think this guy was like 1800 something. Am I going to attend the Boston Open? I'm not. I live in California, so like there's no way I can get out there. I mean, I could probably get the time off, but it's like I just can't make it out. I am going to be going to San Jose and Arizona, though, for next season. I'm definitely looking forward to that. So the way this is going to work is we see Kangaskhan, Thundurus, Landorus, and Blaziken. He also had a Milotic and a Bisharp. So this guy's team is super standard. Double Genie, Milotic to protect all his physical attackers from Intimidates, and then I think he had a Bisharp too. So he had two competitive users and decided not to bring any of them. I decided to go with Landorus Gastrodon, not the strongest lead, but I wanted to try and set up a U-turn play into Talonflame. Didn't actually work out that way. I'm really glad that I brought Talonflame, and I feel that Kang was the better option instead of Gardevoir this game. So we're going to start things off, get right into it, go over the replay just to see how this is going down. Alright, so Kangaskhan Thundurus, he has potential for Bakeouts and Swaggers and all that good stuff, but I decided to lead with two ground types, so it really minimizes the amount of hacks that can happen to my team. And, yeah. Alright, so he's gonna go Mega. I got off topic for a sec. He's gonna go Mega, gain that Principal Bond, and like I said, Thundurus isn't really gonna have that much of an impact. It's packing a Grass Knot that we are gonna see here, but Grass Knot actually doesn't do that much damage to Gastrodon. Even though it is 4 times effective, Gastrodon is not that heavy, and that is what really calculates Grass Knot's base damage. It's going to clock me a little bit over half, and it's going to activate my Citrus Berry, which puts me definitely within range. If I wanted to eat a second one, I could, but it's not really the end of the world. But what this turn does open me up for is a chance to go for the Scald on the King. Luckily, I pick up the Burn, which is going to completely change the way that I play the game from here. I mean, if I didn't pick up that Burn, I would have probably tried to switch out a little bit and go for a KO with Talonflame, firing it to a potential Thunderbolt from Thundurus, making him have to choose if he wants to attack Gastrodon or Talonflame. But since I got the Burn, I didn't have to go into that 50-50 guessing game. He's going to probably try and go for like returns on my Landorus. Since he's intimidated and burned, there's not really that much he can do. And yeah, we're gonna see the Thundurus activated Citrus Berry standard item. Since we didn't see the Life Orb, we can assume that's on something else. I think it was probably on Blaziken, but it didn't get a chance to attack. Since we already know the Kangaskhan's packing the Mega Stone, the Blaziken's probably either packing like a Lumberry or the Life Orb. So note that we got a free switch into Talonflame here. I say free because we're switching into a Grass Knot, which is not going to be doing anything to the Talonflame slot. And he could have potentially went for the Grass Knot onto the Landorus, but I am packing that full HP Assault Vest Landorus, so it's not like I would have potentially even went into KO range from there. We're going to do a ton of damage with Rock Slides. I'm really glad I didn't miss any of those this game. Kangaskhan is going to tick down from Burn, and what this sets up is, if he has like Milotic in the back or Blaziken in the back, you'd be having like a really hard time with this. I think the best Pokemon he could have had is Landorus. He gets a really good Intimidate off on here, but since I have a Choice Band on my Talonflame, it's going to let me go for a KO on that Thundurus, and remember, if I KO Thundurus, there's nothing he really has that checks Gastrodon at about 60%. So I feel really safe here. I'm happy to see that the Brave Bird picks up the KO, but I really didn't think it wouldn't. I mean, even though it's not very effective, even though I'm intimidated, I have a Choice Band, I'm stabbing my 120 base move, so I should have been fine. And this also opened up a chance for him to miss Rock Slide, and if he misses Rock Slide, it's game over. There's no way he wins from here. But it actually is pretty good that he KOs my Talonflame, because it lets me send out Kang, and I just go into like a really, really good turn 6, so we'll just see how this goes. Kangaskhan's going to come out, and Blaziken comes out. I was really expecting Milotic here, but I don't know. Like, because if I would have sent out my Landorus here to get the double Intimidate off, and he had like a Milotic, that would have really changed the game, because Milotic could have definitely finished off my Gastrodon with a couple Ice Beams. Note that he's not going to protect with Blaziken. He's trying to go for a all-in, last-ditch effort, probably expecting me to fake out Landorus and going for the KO on my Kang slot. I decided to keep him honest, go for the fake out onto the Blaziken slot. We eat the standard Choice Scarf Rock Slides from his Landorus, and I don't get flinched with my Gastrodon, and I'm going to be able to Ice Beam the Landorus, picking up the KO. Note that I like to use Ice Beam over Icy Wind. That's just a personal preference, but you need it to pick up KOs on Pokemon like Landers and Salamence. So we're going to see the speed boost go into action, but I still have 3 Pokemon. Blaziken is a Pokemon that usually does single target damage, so there's no real way that he's going to be able to clean up the game from there, and I'm going to get the victory. So pretty good stuff. Yeah, getting the burn just won me the game. I mean, it sucks that that's the way that it had to happen, but like I said, I had a potential plan if I didn't get the burn. I would have tried to switch out U-turn into Talonflame somehow, or just go for the superpower. Kangaskhan was then low enough at that point after the Scald that I could have picked up the KO with a Braveford, and he would have had to play that guessing game saying, am I going to KO Gastrodon, or am I going to KO Talonflame? He would have had to play that little guessing game.